Welcome to the movie review of Legend of Oz. Dorothy Returns. And this is what our main heroes look like in this movie. Plus Dan Aykroyd. Yep, I'm not kidding. Dan Aykroyd voices the Scarecrow. And the brains. Alright, this is gonna be a quick review of me talking about this movie. Because there's not much else for me to say about this film. This film came out years ago. I'm gonna say 2013. I don't care if it says 2014 on it. This movie existed for a reason. And of course somebody calls. This is what Dorothy Gale looks like. And new characters like Wiser the Owl. That's his name. And you can tell the animation looks a little bit jumpy in this one. Those of you already forgot this movie existed, I don't blame you. Hold on a second. Where's the camera on this thing? Sorry you have to see all that. I'll just cut to the chase. Because this is going to be a really quick review. Legend of Oz. Came out in really the year 2013, where they keep on remaking The Wizard of Oz so many times I got tired of watching them already. There's some interesting characters in this movie. There's that marshmallow guy, Princess China herself. I'm only gonna show you like clips in the movie. I had to rewatch the movie once again. And the film is about her defending her home from a businessman played by Martin Short himself, one of his henchmen that doesn't talk, or foreshadowing that she returns to Oz. Also, that there's like an evil jester that uses a magical wand of the Wicked Witch of the West is Broom that Dorothy Gale defeated a long time ago. It's kind of unfortunate that our favorite characters, the Cowardly Lion, the Scarecrow, and the Tin Man don't do much in this film when they get captured by a jester until they do something during the climax of the film. Are people like this movie or not, it's just there to exist. And people forgot this film existed for obvious reasons, because of money. The three main characters do bring Dorothy Gale with a beautiful magical rainbow and bring her to Oz to save their lives. Because it turns out the evil jester is the Wicked Witch of the West's brother. Yeah, what a twist. They had to do a sequel to this movie and not do the one I did a long time ago of Return to Oz, where it gets way too darker for children when they see the 1980s Wizard of Oz one. And no Moonbee Witch and Jinbei and Oz. This movie does have some dark turns in it, but I'm just not going to give too much away, those of you who haven't seen the movie yet. It's just about Dorothy Gale meets some new faces. Smart Owl, a talking marshmallow that from the Candy Kingdom, not the place from the series of Adventure Time. But I would just say it has some interesting cast of members of actors in the movie role. But the jester himself is a little bit funny. He's voiced by Martin Shorts. That the Legend of Oz was there to exist for obvious reasons. And just to have an interesting villain that wants to take over Oz and rule everything and get his revenge since when that the good witch puts a curse on him that he can't take off the suit jacket. And no matter how many times he takes it off, it randomly changes colors. That's why he wants his revenge and turn instant leaders into lifeless puppets, which is downright terrifying. I only shown you like a few clips of the film so I don't get copyrighted. But I doubt people on YouTube know this film existed. It's kind of downright forgettable and it's possible that Dorothy Gale is just there to save her friends that she first met and take down the evil jester himself. That's the main villain of the movie. He just wants to rule everything because he wants the respect he deserves. Like that the East doesn't respect him, and now he wants to take her place to rule Oz. So it's kind of unfortunate that we don't get the Gnome King to be the main bad guy in the sequel. I mean, those of you have seen this movie before, or pretty much forgotten it existed, it's animated so weirdly, CGI effects, with every character in this film look a bit strange. Especially the ugly monkeys. You might remember who these characters are, or not. This film existed for obvious reasons to just cash in the classic Wizard of Oz that's been around since the 1930s. It's been redone countless times. And yes, I'll get to the other Wizard of Oz movies. I'm reviewing this for a reason because I already know this year is almost over. And I'm talking about it because the classic nostalgia people, I haven't seen the old one or the animated ones, that the Wizard of Oz has been made so many times, people just don't even care anymore that most of them do like it or not like it. Rotten Tomato gives this movie like nearly almost 20 or 30% to be like a terrible sequel, just for Dorothy Gale just to save Oz and return back home and reclaim her own home and rebuild it. And most likely her parents didn't want her to do things on her own, rebuilding. Also, there's lots of songs in it, and I am just not gonna explain too much of them because we're on a time limit here. So whether you like this movie or not, it's kind of forgettable. The animation's not the worst. It had a bit of, well, so-called fever dream of crazy stuff going on. But seriously, if those of you like this movie or not, that's pretty much not my problem whatsoever. I already watched this movie hours ago. It's seen Not nearly the best film next to that other film I also forgot called Happily Never After. That's what it reminds me of. It seemed a little bit too wacky and silly and downright weird. And everything comes to life, like the trees, yada yada yada. So this film existed for obvious reasons, just to milk on the series of doing more Wizard of Oz films. But trust me, you're better off watching the Great Powerful Oz live action movie better than this one. This one you'll pretty much forget that this film was in theaters or on DVD already. But those of you who like this film, that's depends on you. I say just put the movie on like probably once or twice and never play it ever again. And you'll pretty much forget this film ever existed in its timeline. I give it like a 6 out of 10. See you all next time, folks.